Sometimes it's so funny it hurts. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, by way of our dear friends at Crooks and Liars, a story that when I came across it, I laughed out loud in a just a genuine bark of air coming out of my face. That where you're just like, it's totally uncontrollable. Where you're just like, it's just a NFW kind of a moment. No fucking way. It's just so good. This is before we start, because I know there's some maggots that get settled in, and I want them to appreciate this, because this is really for you, maggots. First of all, congratulations on trending today with the name that I gave you. Secondly, I think this story is for you more than anyone else. This story is the story that you need, because there are only a few things that Trump really ran on. I mean, he was like, I'll get smart people and the best people. Of course, all the people he hired, because they came highly recommended. He eventually hated, thought were losers, and kicked them to the curb. And apparently they were all Democrats, but nobody warned him. And he barely knew him, and they got him coffee. Never mind that part. That's soft political promises. That's just bloviating. That's run-of-the-mill politicking. That's what politicians do. They, in some cases they underpromise and overdeliver. But if you want to get elected in today's, especially on the GOP side of things, with a straight up cult status, you can't just talk out of your ass. You have to sing opera, and God knows Trump did that. And what was one of the things he ran on more than any other thing? Chat room, what was it? What was the big one? What was of all the things he was gonna do? What was it? Yes, that's right. He was gonna build a wall, and what else? It wasn't that he was gonna build a border wall. It wasn't just that. Even saying that, I think some people have even toyed with that idea in the background. What was the bit? He was gonna do what? What was he going to do? He was going to build the wall, and there you go. DB came right out of the gate. That was it. He was going to get Mexico to pay for it. Remember? I mean, maggots. I mean, I don't know why you guys didn't chime in right away. Anyways, right. Mexico, he's going to build a wall, and Mexico is going to pay for it 100%. Who's going to pay for it? And they would yell, Mexico. And just as a small reminder, that never fucking happened. That wall, he added about 47 miles of barrier. The rest of it was all repairs that everyone was expecting. Nothing about it was, again, 47 miles of new stuff. The rest of it was, had always been there. They just turned some chain link fence into some slat fence. That was it. But the big thing he was always promising was that Mexico was going to pay for it. And of course, they never did. That never happened. That never even came close to happening. The Mexican president even said, I'm not going to pay for that fucking wall. Remember that? That was extraordinary. That was, and it was a huge, ridiculous promise that he was mocked for, but he was unflinching in his, we're gonna build a wall, and Mexico is gonna pay for it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed somebody in the chat room mentioned it as it zipped by. He raised their tariffs. No, he did not. He threatened to, allegedly, on cars coming into the United States. Except those are American cars. Made in Mexico or assembled in Mexico. Those aren't Mexican cars. When's the last time you bought a Mexican car? Also, agriculturally, Texas would die on the vine if we ever shut down agricultural trade with Mexico. Period. But this is just beautiful. This one, oh my God, it's fun. Here it comes. Get ready. I feel like Chuck Barris on the Gong Show. Just like when Gene the Dancing Machine came out. I'm just so excited. Here it comes. Wait, it's it. Get ready. Drum roll, please. Oh my God, this is great. This, I am, I don't even know. This is just, it just sits there. So, by the way, yet another reason why just the number, like why they've got to talk about, Hunter Biden laptop stuff. Because good Lord, ah, ah, this, oh my God. Biden gets Mexico to pay $1.5 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Um, in a joint effort, the United States and Mexico have agreed on new construction projects along the U.S.-Mexico border to help the United States' ability to screen and process migrants. NBC News is reporting the Mexican government has agreed to provide roughly $1.5 billion modernizing ports of entry and enhancing screening process of immigrants trying to cross from Mexico to the United States. Biden said he made a promise to fix and strengthen U.S.-Mexico relations, and that's very evident with this agreement. The agreement came after the president met with Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador at the White House on Tuesday. During Trump's presidency, he claimed he would force Mexico to pay to rebuild the entire wall along the border, which obviously never happened. It helps to have a president that doesn't consider Mexicans trying to start a better life as all rapists and murderers. Ah, it's it's so it's so good. What is that ad? Go away. Hold on. Ah, I just this it just it just it, it's so beautiful. It just makes me it's so good. Because part of what they're doing is they're paying for security measures leading into the migrant processing centers, which is the digital wall part. Uh, and and by the way, like Kamala Harris flew down to Latin America and said everybody's telling you borders open, borders not open. Our Mayorkas went on, like our border czar came out and said everybody's telling you borders open, borders not open. They said it in English and in Spanish. Border's not open. The only time you'll see somebody on the news saying that the border's open, it's a Republican. The only people who come up here going, I heard the border was open and I would be able to get in, they heard it from a Republican. They heard it from Ted Cruz. They heard it from, any number of, Republicans who go on Fox News and then claim that, that the Biden administration has opened the border. The Mexican government has agreed to provide roughly $1.5 billion towards a host of new construction. Build that wall. Construction projects along the U.S.-Mexico border to strengthen the U.S.'s ability to screen and process migrants, a White House official said Tuesday. The agreement was discussed Tuesday when we came in and we read that part. Mexico has agreed to pay for a number of projects through a joint multi-year effort along the country's borders, including modernizing ports of entry, enhancing screening processes of migrants trying to cross from Mexico to the U.S. The exact details of the new projects are still being worked out, but the official said the new agreement will not result in the building of any kind of wall or border barrier. Literally, Biden got Mexico to pay for not building Trump's wall. I think it's just so good. It's so funny. So that in and of itself, kind of a lovely thing.